Let's put the spotlight on Concor. The company did come out with the earnings. It seems to be a miss versus what the management had guided before. But what's the way forward? Let's try to decode that with Mr. Sanjay Swarup, who is the CMD of Container Corporation of India, joining us on the show. A very good morning, Mr. Swarup, and thank you so much for your time. Firstly, when I look at your numbers, it seems to be a miss across in your Q4 performance because you did assure the street of a double-digit growth with your margins expected to be in the range of 24 to 25%. What explains this miss, Mr. Swarup, and from here on, what kind of a growth trajectory are you working with?
Good morning. In Q4, actually, we did very well in EXIM segment, but in domestic segment, we could not perform as per the expectations, and that resulted in almost flattish top line. And of course, there was a slight growth in bottom line. But now, in looking forward for FY26, we see a very good growth in EXIM as well as domestic segments, because EXIM, the import exports are stabilized, and in last Q4 also we saw 12% growth in EXIM in fact, and in this running quarter also we are seeing double-digit growth in EXIM. So we are quite sure that this growth trends will continue for this financial year, and I will like to give guidance of 10% on EXIM growth for FY26. Now talking about domestic, of course Q4 was not very good and due to various reasons, and now in FY26 we are now quite optimistic that we will be able to do quite well in domestic. Transportation of bulk cement, transportation of ceramic tiles, then food grains. These will be basic commodities that we will be moving in a big way in this FY. And I will like to give guidance of 20% growth in domestic in FY26. So overall guidance will be 13% for the company, EXIM and domestic combined, for FY26, and we are quite confident that we will be able to achieve this growth.
All right, but what about the margins, Mr. Swarup? Because there too you have been penciling in higher margins back in those quarters from 19%. Good to believe that they will once again be clawed back to that 24 to 25% range, and if yes, then what will actually drive this margin guidance? Though the volume growth will be supportive, but other than that, what other levers could help your margin to grow?
See, margin, EBITDA margins are, as far as EBITDA margins are concerned, we will be able to maintain 24 to 25% EBITDA, which we have been consistently doing. For FY26 also we will be doing that. The basic thing will be the more double stacking, and that will be the operational efficiencies that it will bring. So it will reduce the empty running of our rakes. Similarly, in domestic also we have built up circuits from west to east and west to south and back south to west. So this will bring down the running of empty rakes and empty containers, and this will further boost our margins. So we will be able to maintain the EBITDA of 24-25% in FY26. We are quite confident of that.
But other than that, Mr. Swarup, what we have seen for Container Corporation is your Capex, because I remember back in Q3 you did up your guidance by 40%, and you also highlighted that for the next 2 to 3 years you expect to put this amount of money in terms of the future expansion. Help us understand that what is really driving this confidence, in which areas are you planning to put money in FY26 as well as 27, and also on your earlier Capex guidance, how much is been already utilized? Have you already utilized your FY25 Capex number? Is that everything that is being utilized and that is there?
Actually for FY25 we had given a guidance of rupees 855 crores Capex that we revised mid-year, and we were able to spend 810 crore rupees out of that in FY25. For FY26 we have yesterday only Board of Directors have approved a Capex of rupees 860 crores, and we will again conduct mid-year review and we will scale up this Capex guidance. this Capex forecast. So 860 crores is we will be able to achieve it quite easily. And as far as FY27 is concerned, at the moment I cannot give you guidance, but I can say more or less it will be at the same level, 800 to 900 crore rupees. Now the Capex that is being spent is on creation of infrastructure, that is purchasing more containers, purchasing more rakes and development of terminals. So I am happy to inform you that by 2028 we will be having 100 terminals. At present we are at 66. So we are going for a big infrastructure push. We will be there. We will be having 100 terminals, and we will be having more than 500 rakes of our own, and almost 70,000 containers. That will be our fleet of containers of various types by 2028. So for all this we need Capex, and we are spending this much Capex because we see lot of demand in Indian market, and export import as well as domestic. So we believe that by spending this much consistently for next 3 years, we will be able to pick up lot of demand, increase our market share without sacrificing any margin.
All right, but Mr. Swarup, which segments are you building hopes on? Since you are aiming for by 2028 100 terminals, and that's a big number that you're working with. But industry-wise, where do you see the demand coming from?
See, there is a lot of demand on DFC, and in our country the containerization in domestic is only 5%. So whereas in Western countries it is in 65 to 70%. So there is lot of scope for growth of containerization. Lot of commodities are there which are not containerized at present. So we have a material handling division which is working on that. Apart from that, lot of cargo is going by road. So we will bring this cargo on rail. When Western DFC gets commissioned, lot of cargo will come on rail. This will need more terminals, this will need more rakes. Similarly, for picking up more domestic demand, we need more, again we need more rakes, we need more containers, we need more terminals. So we will be constructing terminals at various corners of the country. So we have deliberated, we have worked very hard on this, and we have concluded that 100 terminals we have to have by 2028.
All right, and along with that, Mr. Swarup, the DFC, that has been one of your key triggers. Then Eastern DFC is fully operational is what we understand, while the Western DFC is over 90% complete and nearing completion as per the latest report. So give us some sense that how this has really helped your financial growth, and how big a boost it can provide in the times ahead, how the financials are expected to move because of the DFC.
See, Eastern DFC is 100% commissioned, but container traffic is not moving on Eastern DFC. Basically, it is for bulk and break bulk cargo. So, container traffic is primarily moving on Western DFC, and Western DFC is likely to be fully commissioned by December 2025. So, once it is fully commissioned, we will derive lot of benefits. Already we are getting benefited by linking of NCR region with Mundra port and Pipavav port through feeder routes from Palanpur. So we are getting lot of benefits. We are running timetable trains, and cargo has been diverted from road to rail. Similarly, when Nhava Sheva gets commissioned by December of this year, then we will expect a real spurt in our growth. I have been in touch with various stakeholders, and this will definitely improve our physical growth as well as financial growth, including top line and bottom line.
All right, Mr. Swarup, with this we let you go on that. Thank you so much for taking the time out, and all the best for the upcoming earnings. It's a pleasure speaking with you.